So let's talk about real quickly, because this is a pretty short video. It's only about 45 seconds. This is the arrest of a triple homicide suspect, a guy named Matthew Bernard. He uh, he got hemmed up finally after quite the manhunt, and this is kind of his final moments before being taken into custody. There's a couple of things I want to point out here. Well, let me back up and first say again, just for the record, again, not here to Monday morning quarterback, just here to point some things out. Maybe we can, put in our toolbox and make ourselves better today than we were yesterday. Because I'm not interested in pissing anybody off. Second thing, the video comes from, it looks like the ABC affiliate, wherever this took place at. So I don't want them to get mad at me for using their footage without, letting people know who they are. So let's take a look here and see what we've got. We've got a naked dude, the suspect, and we have an officer with the long gun. So let's ask ourselves, what kind of problems does this present? What are we looking at right now where we can go, yeah, that's going to be a problem? The first thing I see is this guy's got a long gun out. How does he have it slung? It's kind of hard to tell. What is he going to do with it? Because this right now, you've got a naked dude. So it's not like he's got, unless he's got a shank in his prison purse, it's unlikely that he's got any weapons on him. So it seems to me that the first and easiest course of action is to just tackle this guy and get down to business. I mean, you've got a built-in handle right there that he's got uncovered. So why not make the best use out of it? And let me say this. If you're of the mindset in a situation like this that, oh my God, I might, have to touch a naked man, or this guy's ding dong is going to press up against me, or I might get his ass in my face, you're in the wrong line of work. You've got a lot of tools on your belt, right? But sometimes, eventually, in your career, you're going to have to put your hands on somebody that's gross or naked. And you're just going to have to come to terms with that. But here we have kind of the perfect situation to just tackle this guy and get it over with. So now we've deployed our OC, and I kind of suspected it would have a little effect. But now this dude's chasing you around the yard, man. And the problem this guy's got is he doesn't know what to do with that rifle. Now, all right. So now he's run over and grabbed literally an innocent bystander. I mean, this dude's just trying to get into his truck, and now he finds himself fighting for his life while he gets choked. All right, we're going to deploy our ASP baton. Perfect. Let's back up just real quickly here. Could you, in theory, could you make the case that you could shoot this guy right now? In South Carolina, it requires ability, opportunity, and jeopardy. You have to have the ability to cause grievous bodily harm or death. You have to have the opportunity to do the same, and you have to feel like your life or the life of a third party is in imminent jeopardy. So could you make the case if you shot this guy right now? I mean, he's choking the shit out of this old man. Or would the courts come back here and say you had every opportunity in the world to tackle this guy and use a less lethal means to subdue him, but you did not? So now our guy's going to come over with his baton. I hate it when your shoulder mic falls off and it's just dangling around. These two guys running with shit dangling around in between their legs. So what could have been done differently or better here, in your opinion, to affect this? What plan do you have if you step out of your patrol car and you're armed with your long gun? What plan do you have for that long gun once you're outside of your car and you're faced with a situation similar to this, where you have to go hands-on with somebody? Are you slinging it in such a way that you can throw it around behind your back and go to work? Are you trained? Did your agency train you how to use that rifle as an impact weapon? Now, I know that creates a whole different set of problems because it's not naturally an impact weapon, but you've got butt strokes and vertical butt strokes and horizontal butt strokes and smashes that you can use if you've been trained. Of course, you always run across, especially with an AR platform, where you smash somebody and that gun mortar's off, and you send a round down range. So that's a problematic training issue. But what plan do you have for that rifle in this kind of a situation? Are you thinking that many steps ahead? And what could have been done in this given situation that you see? What plans could have been made to go ahead and go hands-on with this guy if necessary? The OC, I'm not saying the OC is a bad idea. It's a fine idea because now at least you've got a little liquid hell on board, right? So you're hoping that this blinds a guy and slows him down, takes the wind out of his sails, and maybe you can get your hands on him, and it gives you some time to figure out what to do with that gun, with that rifle. But at the end of the day, man, you gotta have a plan for it. And I mean, I think it was Mike Tyson that said everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face, right? So maybe your plan doesn't work, so you just have to figure it out on the fly. There's a lot going on here, and maybe a baton to the common peroneal, or one of your other strike points would have been a better option here. But I think if it's me, throwing that rifle around behind your back and just knocking the shit out of this dude, a good solid tackle like you learn in high school, drive, and get this guy on the ground. And understand, I'm not advocating you literally beat the shit out of somebody. I'm just saying, let's get this guy on the ground in the most efficient and effective manner possible and see if we can't get him subdued. Because all this time spent running around, yeah, he's got some pepper spray on him, but now we're going to run over here and grab this dude. This poor guy is just trying to get into his truck. So there you go. What do you see in this that could have been done a little bit differently, that maybe you could have planned for, maybe you could have figured out on the fly? Let me know. Drop something in the comment section down below, and please subscribe to the channel so we can keep this train moving. This one's weird, man.